Well, hello everyone, and welcome back to another video of some F1 2020 career mode with Alpha Tauri. Of course, today we're doing episode number 4 for the Spanish Grand Prix in this 16 race calendar. Of course, the finale will be at Brazil, but we start the European leg, and of course, it's time for some upgrades. We're gonna redevelop the failed upgrade on the Sashi side, the cable assembly I'm on. We've got an engine upgrade that's probably due after the sometime between Monaco and Azerbaijan. That's unfortunate with these triple headers very close together. We're also going to develop a rear downforce with side pods, and that then is going to open up all these minor upgrades, and then we can just basically carry on upgrading the car as we move towards the front. And hopefully that's going to help us jump this team ahead of Racing Point, McLaren and Renault, who are leading the midfield behind the front three of Mercedes, Ferrari and Red Bull. Only a short time, which means that none of the upgrades have a chance to come in, because that's unfortunate. But nevertheless, we're here in Spain, a track that's not really done that much for me in the past. I've never really done well here. I don't think I've ever won here in a career mode episode in the past. So. And also, in qualifying, I made a big mistake of not replacing the power unit. I forgot, basically. So, all of that is going to be wearing. We will all be replacing it, but that will cause means that we've got less wear as we go this track. I've upped the AI to 93, probably a little bit too much. Probably should have gone for 92, but essentially, as we're still in P15, the delta is glitched. Okay, in this game, so just because it says we're 10th up doesn't mean that is. And there's also the fact that there are people behind us. We did cross the line with about half a minute to go or so, if I remember rightly, but ultimately, when the AI have all come out at the same time, as you can see here, we've got Esteban Ocon, I think, behind us. I'm going to try and get that. We dropped to P16, so we are going to improve, but so is everybody else as they cross the line. And again, this is a glitch. The qualifying is glitched anyway, because if you fast forward, they just set blistering times. I don't think we're quite that delta. And as we cross the line, it's only P15, a very disappointing qualifying. I think not helped by the fact that Spain is a power track, but we never do well around here really, and I'm looking forward to see what we can salvage out the race. I doubt we'll get any points, but it's all to come, because after Monaco we go to tracks that I'm good at. So yes, let's prepare ourselves then for the race. Time now for today's Spanish Grand Prix.
The Spanish Grand Prix has been a permanent fixture on the Formula One calendar for over 30 years now, and for good reason. Do you remember Michael Schumacher's absolute dominance here in that rain-soaked Grand Prix in 1996? That day he took his first ever victory for Ferrari, and we've had many more iconic moments since. It's a sellout crowd of 140,000 here today as we await lights out for the 730-metre sprint down to turn 1 of this 2.9-mile racetrack. Overtaking is challenging through these 16 corners, but there's still a lot of high-speed excitement to be found, including the flat-out turn 3 and the terrifying blind right of turn 9. And as always, a man with plenty of racing experience joins me in the commentary box. Today it's Anthony Davidson. Tell me, Ant, you're no stranger to surviving the melee of turn 1. So how do you keep out of trouble when there's so much going on around you?
There are three main things to worry about there, Crofty. Positioning, awareness and discipline. First, you have to put your car in a bit of space and make sure you have room to react to what the others are doing. Then you have to watch your mirrors and listen to the sounds around you to get a sense of where everyone is. And finally, just don't get too greedy. Just because a gap exists doesn't always mean you should go for it.
It's time to see how our drivers are stacking up after yesterday's exciting qualifying session. Young superstar Max Verstappen starts from pole position and Valtteri Bottas will line up alongside. Considering the rest of the grid, we have Vettel, Leclerc, Lewis Hamilton and Albon, Sainz, Norris, Ricciardo and Sergio Perez, Raikkonen, Stroll, Esteban Ocon and Gasly and Alpha Tauri, Magnussen, Antonio Giovinazzi and Roman Grosjean, Russell and Nicholas Latifi. It's almost time for those 5 red lights to go out. Then let's see who can prevail today.
After the points finish last race, let's aim to keep the momentum going.
I think I'm going to struggle to maintain points, Jeff, today. Race strategy is a one-stop. We'll not be selecting the softer mediums, but the softer hards. We'll go with the softer mediums. That's my brain at 25% race. Lights up the way we go. Initially, it's a bad start. We use the overtake button to make some good positions up. This is what we can do. We're trying to go side by side. Stroll, there's really absolutely no room. We have to take avoided action to miss out, and we get 2 illegal overtakes, which is bad. We have to wait for Ocon, which is painful because we could have been on the back of Raikkonen going into turn 3 into the middle sector, but we are now getting ahead of Stroll. Is all over our backside now to move into the end of the first sector. We're going to have a go down the inside of Esteban Ocon, and that's us up in place as well to get ahead of Renault as well. Having a look at Perez down the inside of him, though. Again, everybody's sort of buckled on this first lap. Of course, moving a few laps later to lap 4, Perez is starting to get away from us. The Racing Point is the 4th fastest car. Jeff comes up with something, with a viable strategy change, which is basically another glitch with this game, because it just came up there, keep the current. There was no alternative available. It's definitely something that I need to work on fixing. Let's move to lap 6 itself. We were due to come in on lap 6 anyway, so nothing has changed in this pit strategy there. As we are coming to the pits, we're going to get cut in front of Ricciardo. Ricciardo was a lot ahead of us. It was all a lot behind us, though. The group that was behind us really have come out onto. They've gone on for another lap, so as we get a screen freeze there. Unfortunately, though, Sergio Perez, who came out ahead of us, he's going slowly, and that's him out the race. That's such a shame. Not for that moment, because the safety car came out. And again, you've got to wonder now, is the safety car coming out too often for these incidents? I mean, do we really need a safety car when Perez is going to pull up on the side, out of the way? I don't know, to be honest, but the safety car really hindered our race, because of course everybody who was in that gaggle of cars behind us came in and made a free pit stop, so they could come out ahead of us. We're actually in a hat sandwich down in P16. This is not where we want to be if we want to make that jump to Red Bull. Especially the fact that, if you saw there, in that little clip where the safety car, Alex Albon, is actually up in 2nd place right now, and it took quite a long time to actually get Kevin Magnussen. That's how poor the engine has been. This might be that we have to take tracks that I'm not good at, actual take an engine penalty. It's 15th today. Oh dear, that's not really what we wanted. But we can't have it all the time. Esteban Ocon gets drive for the day. I think we made some inroads and actually got the final point because of the safety car. It's annoying. The top 6 are so close in these battles, but at the end of the day, we needed another safety car really, in order to be able to make the strategy work really. Well, no, we didn't need that safety car. Otherwise, I think we would have been ahead of a lot of those cars, ahead of Ocon, definitely. We could have pushed for a point, but we can't win them all, and we dropped down to 9th place in this standings. What doesn't help us, of course, is that we've lost some driver points in our rivalry against Giovinazzi as well. Unfortunately, we couldn't get that done today, although we will look to improve next time out in Monaco, where the AI are coming. We have got some durability stuff, general, coming from Honda. They'll be coming over the course there, and there's a couple that are coming in as well, which of course are going to help improve the Honda power unit, as well as all the upgrades that we're going to be putting on as well. So the car, although we may be the 3rd slowest, we have got upgrades coming. And that's going to put us right back in the game, hopefully. Obviously, it depends on what the other teams are doing. But yes, I'm going to leave it there. If you have enjoyed this video, then please leave a like, subscribe to the channel for new, see more episodes of the F1 2020 Career Mode. This series will be back on Thursday, where we go from Monaco. I've got a couple of F1 2020 other gameplay videos coming in on Tuesday and Wednesday. But until the next video, I'll see you next time. Take care. Thank you so much for watching. Enjoy your day, and goodbye.